Where was I during 9/11? Well, as I had mentioned before, I'm a recovered alcoholic. So that night was one of the nights that I remember now being a sober person that lives in serenity. So I went to go see a Yankee and Met baseball game. After that, I ended up going downtown to a buddy of mine's bar called Tir and Og. Amazing bar. From that bar, I ended up going bouncing for the night. And I ended up in a place where I ended up getting into an argument with the bartender because we were having a discussion. I kept on calling him Flacco. And he was from Northern Ireland, and he thought I was calling him Fucko. And he got really, really upset until he understood what Flacco meant. It means skinny. And he's skinny. But he cut me off, and he stopped serving me. And then somebody had to explain to him that, listen, no, he's been calling you Flacco, you Northern Irish bastard. Yeah. So after that, I ended up going home, and I was out cold and in alcohol coma until somebody called me numerous times. Then I had to go into work, and then I ended up on the mound, pulling body parts and pulling everything and everyone out of it. It was probably, in a certain way of speaking, it was a very amazing day. In one aspect, the people that were on the pile, the iron workers, the firemen, the cop, the EMS, the carpenters, everybody that was on that pile was working so hand in hand. It was amazing. You were on top of a pile with machinery running all over the place, generators. As soon as one person thought they heard somebody tapping or they heard somebody calling for help, there was pure silence. You could hear a pin drop until they were able to find out where that was coming from and whether it was somebody that needed to be helped or something that was just, part of the pile going down. So in understanding the way things were on 9/11, to me, it's hard to explain. I mean, I was down on the pile for months, and I was down in the morgue, and I was up in the Staten Island landfill. And it is something that is, it's a very, very, it's not a difficult time for me to go back to. It's just a time that I would prefer not to. It doesn't create any dangers for me now, where I am now, but it really is a time of, it really should be just a solemn time. People should really, truly understand what happened and what that day, it doesn't make a difference to who, what, where's, and when's, and anything else. We lost a lot of people and a lot of good people for no reason, it's hard to express. It's a very sad time in humankind. That's the way that I view it. What I did in when my alcoholism really took off, every 9/11 after that, I would proceed to the same locations and have a drink in the same locations. And I did that up until I got sober. Every 9/11. I'd go and I would do the same thing and end up in the same debauchery and the same shape and the same everything else. It takes me, to places.